Are you ready to unlock the secrets of your sleep cycle? Today we will take a deep dive into the world of slumber and reveal 10 surprising facts that will leave you amazed. From the strange things that happen in your brain to the unexpected benefits of a good night's rest. These revelations will change the way you think about sleep forever. So let's get started. Fact number 1. The illusion of control. We often think of sleep as something we can control at will. We set an alarm for the morning, ensuring we wake up at a reasonable hour and get a full night's rest. But did you know that this is often a myth? Our bodies have their own internal clock, the circadian rhythm, which dictates not only when we should sleep, but also when we should wake up, when we feel hungry or nauseous, and even how much energy we have throughout the day. And while we can influence our circadian rhythm through exposure to sunlight and certain hormones, it is not uncommon to wake up in the middle of the night and not be able to go back to sleep. In fact, most people wake up several times per night, even if they don't remember doing so. These awakenings are not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, they can be a sign of a healthy sleep cycle. Fact number 2, beyond REM. When most people think of sleep, they're probably thinking of dreams. That's because REM sleep, which is when most of our dreams occur, is the most well-known stage of the sleep cycle. But did you know that there are actually 5 different stages of sleep? NREM, stage 3, is the deepest stage of sleep and is when our bodies do most of their repairing and restoration. It's also when our brains consolidate memories, transferring information from the hippocampus to the cortex for long-term storage. In other words, sleep helps us learn and remember things better. But NGA stage 3 is not the only stage of sleep that is important for memory. In fact, sleep spindles and K complexes, which are fascinating brainwave patterns that occur in NREM stage 2, have been shown to play a vital role in sensory gating and information processing. This means that sleep spindles and K complexes help us filter out unimportant information and focus on what is important. They also help to strengthen connections between neurons, which makes it easier for us to remember things. Fact number 3. Glymphatic system activation. Did you know that your brain has a built-in cleaning system? It's called the glymphatic system, and it becomes active during non-REM sleep. The glymphatic system is a network of channels that run throughout the brain and spinal cord. It's responsible for removing waste products from the brain and spinal cord, including toxins and metabolic byproducts. This is important because the buildup of toxins and waste products can lead to brain damage and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Glymphatic system works by pumping cerebrospinal fluid CSF through the brain and spinal cord. CSF is a clear, colorless liquid that makes up 14% of your body weight. It's produced by the brain and circulates throughout the central nervous system. As the CSF flows through the glymphatic system, it removes waste products and toxins. The CSF then returns to the brain where it can be used to produce more CSF, or it can be released into the bloodstream where it becomes urine. Fact number 4, sleep helps us heal. If you've ever had a surgery, you probably remember being given a prescription for pain medication. But did you know that you could potentially reduce your need for painkillers if you just got more sleep? That's right. Studies have shown that people who get more sleep need less pain medication. Not only does sleep help us heal faster, but it also reduces our risk of infection. In fact, a recent study found that people who slept for 7 or more hours per night were 60% less likely to develop a cold than those who slept for 6 or fewer hours per night. Fact number 5. Dreams can predict your future. Have you ever had a dream that seemed to predict the future? Well, it's not as far-fetched as you might think. In fact, there is some evidence to suggest that dreams can give us clues about what is to come. For example, a study published in the Journal of Personality and individual differences found that people who had more positive emotions in their dreams were more optimistic about the future and vice versa. Another study found that people who had negative dreams were more likely to experience negative emotions in their waking lives. While dreams may not be able to predict the future with 100% accuracy, they can certainly give us some insight into what is going on in our minds. Fact number 6. Sleep and stress. Did you know that stress can keep you from getting a good night's sleep? Chronic stress can disrupt your sleep cycle and prevent you from reaching the deeper stages of sleep. This can leave you feeling tired and drained during the day. Fortunately, there are ways to manage stress and improve your sleep quality. One way to reduce stress is through exercise. Exercise releases endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects. Another way to reduce stress is through relaxation techniques such as deep breathing or meditation. By taking steps to manage your stress levels, you can improve your ability to get a restful night's sleep. Fact number 7. Sleep and aging. As we age, our sleep patterns change. We tend to get less sleep and experience more fragmented sleep. This can make it more difficult to get a restful night's sleep. However, there are things you can do to improve your sleep quality as you age. One thing you can do is to establish a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends. This will help your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. You should also make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. A comfortable sleep environment can make it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. Finally, avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed, as these substances can interfere with sleep. Fact number 8. Sleep and weight. Getting enough sleep is essential for maintaining a healthy weight. When you're sleep deprived, your body produces more of the hormone ghrelin, which stimulates appetite, and less of the hormone leptin, which suppresses appetite. This can lead to overeating and weight gain. In addition, lack of sleep can disrupt your metabolism, making it more difficult to lose weight. To maintain a healthy weight, aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. Establish a regular sleep schedule and make sure your bedroom is conducive to sleep. Fact number 9. Sleep and heart health. Getting enough sleep is essential for maintaining heart health. Sleep deprivation has been linked to high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. When you don't get enough sleep, your body produces more of the stress hormone cortisol. Cortisol can raise your blood pressure and increase inflammation throughout your body. Over time, this can damage your arteries and increase your risk of developing heart disease. To protect your heart health, aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. Fact number 10. Sleep and brain function. Our brain performs many essential functions that keep us alive, from regulating our heartbeat to controlling our movements. But did you know that sleep is essential for optimal brain function? That's right. Sleep helps us process information, make decisions, and solve problems. In fact, studies have shown that sleep-deprived individuals perform worse on cognitive tasks than those who are well rested. Sleep helps us process information by transferring information from the hippocampus to the cortex. This allows us to store memories and retrieve them when we need them. Sleep also helps us make decisions by allowing us to weigh the pros and cons of different options. Finally, sleep helps us solve problems by allowing us to think creatively. In conclusion, sleep is a critical component of a healthy lifestyle. It helps us restore our bodies, improve our mood, and enhance our cognitive function. By understanding the 10 surprising facts about sleep cycles, we can appreciate the importance of prioritizing sleep. So make sure to get your 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night and wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.